Welcome back, fellow collectors, to another episode of Brave's Toy Review. It's Brave's Toy Review. Yeah, I'm your host, Brave. Okay, so today we're taking a look at the Titan Returns, Hyperfire, and Blurr. You may ask yourself, who's Hyperfire? We'll get to that whole thing momentarily. Take a look at this guy. First things first, you will notice that he is about deluxe class height. If you can't tell, he is. So I'm giving you that confirmation right now. Let's get a little size comparison right quick. So this is Classics Hot Rod, bow, all right? And this is Classics cup, all right? So he fits right there in that chug scale. The problem for me is that he is a deluxe scale figure, and I desperately needed my Blurr to be at least Voyager size to fit in with my third-party stuff. And I'm going to be honest with you, this guy is not a bad figure at all. Looking at some stuff that Hasbro's put out thus far in Combiner Wars, especially going into this Titan class thing, I was really excited about it. Not saying I'm going to be a Titan class collector, but I was really excited about it because I felt like they were going back to what they were doing with the Chug stuff or the classic stuff, whereas they were putting a little more quality into the figures and not so much hollowness, right? So this is one of their great molds here. This is the Springer they did. And this is that Blurr next to him. So you can see where the problem comes in, right? That's up to you. You got to figure out that whole scale thing, whatever works for you. Here he is with Masterpiece Bumblebee, which that's not too bad. It's not the worst thing in the world, right? But here he is with, say, Make Toys Hound. That's not too bad, right? And that's supposed to be a Masterpiece figure. Here he is, by the way, with Sick Guy. So you got a good range of scales that you could work with, but for the most part, this guy is going to be in the smaller deluxe class, okay? So that being that, do with that information as you will. Taking a look at the particular figure in question, he comes with this card. See that head thing there? And then he has his little stats on the back. Good job. That's that. His packaging. Do you really want to see packaging? There's his packaging. Hoobie doobie. All right. Let's take a look at the figure. Got this little shield deal here, this little gun deal here. Here's his pistola, right? And check it out. You got a little, it's basically a blue mold, right? With silver paint on top of that. He's got some paint on his pistol. And got some nice work there, too. There's some nice mold work. It's not like a little bullcrap weapon like you saw with some of the Combiner Wars stuff. Why do you keep shitting on Combiner Wars, Brave? Why did you do it? Because that Combiner Wars stuff was pretty bad. And then you have this deal right here. Why does that fold out? We'll get to that when we get to the transformation. This is yet again a base blue mold with paint over the top here, that light blue. And look at that there on the side. Look at that. This is a nice bit with your little Autobot symbol right there. That's a nice bit, man. Already I'm impressed with the figure for what it is at this class level, all right? The figure himself, let's get on in there. Let's get in close. Let's get in close to that figure. All right, let's see what the figure has to offer us. So the figure himself is a base blue mold, more of an Aquanet, like a mold, right? It's got a little bit of color break up here and there. I really was intent on getting the Takara version because of the coloring, the palette, the color palette. But after handling this for the price point of this, I really wouldn't feel comfortable paying that price for the Takara version. Some of you who like the typical Hasbro stuff and some of the Takara repaints of it, hey, you might enjoy that. So hey, I'm not gonna tell you you shouldn't do it. All right, so look. This is the base mold, right? All right, and you got a little bit of that, blue here on this transparent windshield, right? You got some paint there on his face, making up his face, right, with the rest of that blue there. You got some paint here on the tips of those front sled portions there. And then down here you've got, which seems more like a sticker. I could be wrong, it could be paint, but it seems more like a sticker or decal. But it's that red, silver with some blue dots there. And that's pretty much it for paint for this guy. And it's not the worst thing in the world because what are you going to do? Blurr is blue, right? I just wish there would have been more color. But being that it is a $16 figure, and they do go for, that's what it is, $16, you can't really complain about that much, especially considering what you were getting from Hasbro on a lot of their other stuff, meaning Combiner Wars. Yet again, another dig at Combiner Wars. Okay, here's a gimmick that I do have problems with. I can't tolerate it. I cannot abide. The Brave does not abide. Head comes off because he is a headmaster, flippity flip, and he headmasters, right? Turn that head around like that. All right, there you go. Now, You can't really make his face out because the detail is pretty minimal, but it's not the worst in the world. I've seen other Headmasters do far better, right? Or far worse. You got a little bit of silver there, which I did find pretty impressive. You had a little bit of paint in there. You got a little bit of paint right there. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. A little bit of paint right here. And then, of course, his face is just showing. He's got a head on his back. And you just fold it in again, flip it over, and he's ready to go back into head mode. This robot head, I think, needs to be facing you for it to work. And then you insert it. Ah, there you go. All right. And then you have a pretty good range of motion, swivels all the way around there. The head doesn't really come apart. You don't have to worry about that. I've seen some where the head comes apart and it really sucks as far as third-party stuff. Wow, check that out. Not much range of motion up, not much range of motion down, but do you really need it? No. Shoulders go all the way around here, and then you have the hinge here. What I do like about this, for transformation, check that out. You got a double hinge with a tab here and a tab slot there. That just really speaks to me for some reason, right? You got the articulation point here on the pin at the bicep with the swivel, bicep swivel, bow. And it's a little hollow inside of there. It is. What you gonna do, right? What you gonna do? Swivel here at the fist. Fingers ain't moving. This is not a masterpiece. Look at there. He's got a little bit of swivel there at the hip. He goes all the way around by virtue of a mushroom peg. Yes, and you can see that through his ass. You got the ball joints there in your thighs, right? So you can get that motion all the way around. You come to expect that from the Hasbro Deluxe releases. And then you've got the hinge there by virtue of this pin that gives you the knee articulation. Check this out though. Oh, I like that. I like this part of the transformation as well, and we'll get to that here in a second. So the figure's pretty agile as far as articulation goes. I like that. As far as detail work goes, he's got some great detail in him, some really good line work. I can't complain about the line work. Look at that. This is a rocket booster. Would like to have some paint right there, but hey, what you gonna do? You can get that on the Takar version if you want it. He got some nice lines here and there, some nice lines on his back. At least his back is not just a hollow, gaping mess. You have this bit here on his back, and we'll get into the reason why he has that here in a minute. You got some vents right there. Look at them trying to do something with it on the back of them thighs. Look at them lines. You got lines all over. I like that. I like this portion right here, and you'll see why here soon. And then you got some more line. So again, I see them returning to what we saw in the in their classics line, and I hope they continue down this path and improve upon it. I'm even considering picking up one of the Voyager scale figures just to get a look at it. I'm not gonna keep it though, right? Okay, so let's get to the transformation of this guy. First things first, pop that head off and transform him to the robot. How you transform him to the robot? Just flip his legs out. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, robot move. Turn his head around. Hey, look at that. He can see everyone now. And just put him down right here. All right, he's not gonna stand up. Don't worry about that. All right. For the most part, that's getting that guy out of the way. All right, next deal here, someone want to show you as well. The canopy does open for the robot to fit inside of there, but we'll get to that in a minute. And it has two levels, right? That's going to be vehicle mode level. That's the robot mode level. Gives them a dynamic chest. And guess what they do better than with that on this $16 figure? Beats out that guy for $100. Look at that flat ass chest. Do a push up, pal. Take these hands stay the way they are. Flip this bit down here. It's on a double hinge. Bow. It's got a tab on the inside. I'll show you on this one. See that tab right there? That tab is going to rest on the inside of that handhold. Tab inside a hole. There you go. Those hands are covered, and that's ready to rock. That's ready to roll. Okay, so open up these legs here. Right inside this leg, you'll notice this little piece right here on a hinge right there. Take that little bit and flip it on out. That's going to be your blur wind vein thing or whatever, right? And that's got paint on it. Oh, paint, yes. All right, so that's flipped out, right? And with both of these flipped out, go ahead and fold these legs up. These legs are folding up. Yes, you got a little tab right there, but nothing's tabbing into it. No, there's not. Nothing tabbing into that. All right, so once you fold those up like that, you can tab those legs together here and up inside of there, right? You can fold these down. And that actually does tab there, and you can fold these down. Look at that, coming together, right? Like it that. Take this portion right here, flip them arms up on that rotating bit, untab that piece, and just rotate it all the way back. All the way back. And what happens is this tab right here will now slot in there. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's so nice. But before you secure that all the way, I want to show you something, okay? because this guy has like some extra stuff going on with his transformation. It's supposed to be cool. I guess it's cool. All right. So take that prior shield bit, which is this guy right here. You see, you got these tabs right here. Yeah, you see that. I know you see it. And you see, you got these little tabs right here. You got the slots right there. Yeah, you see it. All right. Take these and fit them in there, nice and snug. Oh yeah, that's nice. And then on this double hinge, you're gonna fold it up, and these tabs are gonna tab into there. Yeah, just like that. Oh, just like that. And once it's tabbed in, and it's all secure, you can place these tabs into those slots. Oh, just like that. Watch that. Oh, look at that. Just to show you something right quick, this portion, this slot where that bit kind of slots into, it's just a little bit off. So the best way to do it is to make sure on this particular arm, and that's the left arm, make sure it's tabbed in the back here first, and then it makes it a little bit easier for that to slot on. There you go. So that's the mode right there for the vehicle mode. You'll notice under the bottom, you'll have some wheels right here. You got some wheels right there, and he's ready to roll. He's ready to roll, and it sits very well. Okay, and then you can open this up, put that seat up right there, take your little pilot, bend his little legs, put him on in. You can see him inside of there. And you close it, bow, and there you go. He's got his little gangster lean inside. Look at that gangster lean. And then you take this little bit right here, and you can plug this either here under the bottom, because you see that little hole right there, and you can tab it there for weapon storage if you so choose to. Only problem I have with that is it has the hollowness under the bottom. I wish they could have covered that better so it wouldn't look so ridiculous. But yeah, that's that. That's his vehicle mode, and it's not a bad vehicle mode. I will be honest with you, I like the vehicle mode done here better than on my running man, because it feels more like Blurr. I will be honest. Even with the corny little HeadMaster deal, it feels more like Blurr, and I do like it. I just need it to be bigger to fit in with the rest of my stuff, because I feel like this would be a better Blurr for my display than my third-party Blurr, which is just really weird, but I'm being honest. Okay, so having done that, look at that paint right there. Having done that, let's go to the second portion of this transformation, all right? Untab that, fold this down, right? And take this motherfucker off of there, all right? Fold that back up like that. And make sure you secure these guys again. All right. Now, everything is there. Now, I don't really get what this is supposed to represent, but it is a part of the transformation. All right. Take this guy out of here. Fold that back down like that. Take this guy like this, and then you're going to fold this piece down again like it's a front landing gear or something like that. And you're going to take this bit right here, and you're going to tab it. And it's no doubt, no jokes, this is really in the directions. You put this on here. And then you take this guy and you put him, put his little arms up right there like that. And you just kind of sit him in there, right? I don't know why this is being done like this, but this is what it is. You sit him in there like that, and then you take your little weapon and you put it on like, that. And there you go. And what this is supposed to represent is some kind of like, fuck if I know. It's like a motorcycle with a sidecar or some crap like that. I'm not sure what that is all about, but that is it. If you ever chose to do it, you can do it. That's it. I don't know why you would do it, but the option is there. So you can actually take another little HeadMaster guy and put him inside of here, and you could double seat it like that. So yeah, that's that. Final thoughts on it. For $16, it's not bad. I'm happy to see that price point brought down. What should it really be priced at? I would say $10 is a better price for this guy, but you're not going to get that. $16 is not a bad price. After taxes, I think he was like $18 and some change. That's what it is. It's the time you're living in now with inflation and all of that crap, whatnot. It is what it is. I will say this. I'm happy to have Hasbro producing this level of toy over the Combiner Wars that it was putting out before. The question will be, will they do a assload of repaints and just totally oversaturate the shelves with the same figure, repaint it 20 times? If they can avoid that and put out some decent molds, I can see this line being not just successful, because a lot of you guys are going to buy it no matter what. I can see this line being satisfactory. Yeah. Satisfactory and successful. Hey, till next time, man. Out of here.